Perfect. Light over here, maybe.
There we go. All right. We're live.
We're live.
Thanks for
Cool.
coming, man.
Thanks for
We're
inviting
back on Local Legends podcast hosted by One Book Pro. I am the host, Ian Imamura, also founder of One Book Pro. And today we have Marshall Donnely. I'm glad you can join me, man. I'm excited to learn more about you and your business.
Me too.
Marshall Donnely is a pressure washer cleaner, right?
Correct.
Go a little bit into more of the service you provide.
Yeah. Exterior home cleaning is kind of our focus. So pressure washing, window cleaning, gutter cleaning are probably our main services.
Cool.
We do paver sealing, rust removal is a problem in St. Pete, and any little odd jobs. So
nice.
Yeah.
When did you start doing that again?
It's been about a year now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you remember the official date?
No, man. I don't know our birthday, but
Just started.
It was
cleaning stuff?
It was in October of last year. I had a sales job, selling solar panels,
Okay.
and then I was gonna transition into a real estate job, and there was a little bit of a buffer time period. So I figured I'd try to sell some stuff that I know how to do. Done a ton of exterior work before, so I started selling it. Realized it was working, so I decided not to take that job and just see where I could take it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well, before we deep dive into more of your
Deep.
service,
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about you, man. Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from New Hampshire
Okay.
originally. New England, born and raised. I've been in St. Pete for about 2 years now.
You're a Patriots fan?
Oh yeah, well I was. I'm a Fairweather Patriots fan.
That's what all New England fans are saying these days.
I know, man. It's so sad. I was so spoiled growing up. I can't watch football anymore.
That's hilarious. I mean, you can watch. Are you a Boston Celtics fan?
Yeah, we're still spoiled a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not as big of a sports guy as I used to be, but yeah, we're definitely spoiled. Grateful for that. Sports were nice, but yeah, right now I'm super grateful for Florida because they're starting to get beat up by the cold.
Yeah.
So it's a good time to be here.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
What brought you down to St. Pete?
I traveled a lot for a while, did a couple road trips, a trip to Asia, and I kind of always knew I wanted to explore a little bit. I just loved St. Pete. I liked that it was a city and it was lively, but it wasn't too big and congested. I liked that it was a very active culture. People are playing sports and riding around everywhere. It was just really friendly and homey. So I decided I was gonna set my roots here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Was anyone living down here? Were you visiting or just exploring the country?
Yeah. So I had a friend that went to school here, but then I was going to UNH for a while. I dropped out, and we all did a spring break in St. Pete.
Oh, cool.
And that's when I decided I loved it.
Yeah,
we had a good time.
St. Pete's the best, man.
For sure.
Well, that's awesome. So you dropped out, came down here, we're working solar panels, and then got into pressure washing. Was there any specific reason pressure washing came up, or?
I've done it before, and I think I really liked the idea of. I've always wanted to try to explore the world of business and starting my own thing, and pressure washing isn't necessarily a huge passion of mine, but I do enjoy doing it. It's peaceful.
Yeah.
And it was an easy way for me to get into business. It was a low barrier to entry.
Right.
And everyone needs it.
It's a very lucrative service for sure.
Can be.
Yeah. As far as your business side, did you started from the ground up, or?
Yeah, man, I didn't have too much money saved up to try to start it. So I just started going door to door with a bucket and a squeegee. And
wow.
Yeah, I talked to people, found people that needed my help, saved up enough money there to buy a van. And then eventually, kept buying better and better equipment to get more jobs done, built up my customer base, started putting some real basic systems into place.
That's awesome.
And kind of got it flowing from the ground up. So I didn't really have any startup cost, which was one of the reasons why I picked what I'm doing.
Yeah. What kind of van do you have?
Well, I had a Nissan NV.
Okay.
But That's gone, dude. It's shit to bed.
Really?
So yeah, so I had to make a game time decision.
Was
And
it
I
an
bought
old school?
Was it old?
Yeah.
It was like a 2014,
Oh, that's not
but I
bad
bought
at
it
all.
with a ton of miles.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
though do the transmissions and those things, they don't last.
Yeah,
So.
probably hard to find someone to work on them. And
Oh yeah,
the
I
whole
didn't do my
thing.
research there. I ended up selling it for like $2,000.
Yeah.
But now we got a little, those like Japanese K trucks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we're driving that around.
No
St.
way.
Pete.
I
Yeah.
love those things.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
They're awesome. You got, driving on the right side, manual. It's
That
fun.
is awesome.
It's
I haven't
real
seen
fun.
that. Do you have a wrap on it?
Not yet. We
Yeah.
actually just have like we have a sign on the back.
Okay,
but
like a magnet.
I haven't got it wrapped yet.
Okay, yeah, nice. I know a guy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love those little trucks. I'm obsessed with them because I have my van, and sometimes like even just a tiny little trailer would suffice. But I ended up like cutting out my bed and everything to put in a fence or whatever it is that I need to do.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome, dude. So it's Renew Exteriors, Florida,
Yep.
right?
Renew Exteriors.
Okay. It's just you right now still?
Yeah, so I have some help sometimes when I need it. I'm currently going through the process of trying to figure out really how to bring people on the right way.
Yeah.
I've had a couple, not necessarily failed experiences, but it just didn't end up working out with full-time people.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but I do have a couple people that are, on call, ready to help out part-time when it starts to get busy. So it's good. They do good work, but, they got other jobs, they got other things. So it's kind of not full time, but that's in the vision. Start building a team and trying to build a culture around the company.
Seems like that type of service isn't really that seasonal, but do you think it's seasonal?
A little bit.
Yeah.
You can, since we have multiple services, you can find jobs for every part of the year. But, with pressure washing, people sometimes like to wait until after storm season because just dust will go back on the house. Same with window cleaning. So around the holidays, actually, it can start getting busier. In the spring, it can start getting busier. We do some seasonal jobs like Christmas light installation. Okay. Obviously, that's seasonal.
Yeah.
So
it's good to be diverse with those services.
Yeah. It slows down, but it never really stops,
right?
Which is good enough. Keeps us afloat.
That's awesome. Yeah. I always like asking this. Do you have a favorite tool that has just gone above and beyond?
The pressure washer, man.
Yeah, of course.
It does the job well.
What kind of system do you have?
Yeah, it's not super huge. It's a 4 gallon per minute, 4,400 PSI system. It's not even on the back of the truck right now. I'm still pulling it out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I just ordered some hose reels to set that up. But there are a couple odd jobs that, honestly, sometimes you need to just wheel it out, bring it somewhere. You can't get the truck over there. But I'm starting to focus more on the efficiency there. So we're going to take it off the wheels. Should probably save us an extra 10, 15 minutes per job.
Right.
Add up. Yeah.
And then you can tuck that little truck in behind wherever you want.
Exactly, man. It gets into the little crevices.
That's awesome. And so with those pressure, I'm just curious as far as, does it come with like soap, or how do you do like a cleaning?
Yeah. So if we're doing a house wash, it's just called a soft wash. So we're not really using pressure. Otherwise, you can take the paint off, damage the house. So we're doing a chemical rinse. It's a little bit of bleach and a little bit of soap. The soap just kind of helps the bleach sit on the wall better so it can sink in. And then you just put that on there, 10, 15 minutes, rinse it off. You rinse and repeat until, all the algae, all the mold, all the dirt comes down. And then on the ground surfaces, we also add a little bit of bleach. We do a coat, let it sit. It's called a surface planer, those big round drums. They spin really fast, so you're not going to be making lines wherever you're going. You just go over it and clean it off with the pressure washer after.
Yeah.
But the chemicals are an important part of the process. I like to say I'm like the most amateur chemist because I don't know the details of it, but I know what they do.
Yeah.
So learning the chemicals is big, and making sure you're not using too much chemicals is important because you want to, kill the growth that you're trying to kill, but also you don't want the runoff to damage the plants. So
Right.
we really don't want to go above 2%.
Okay. I was going to
Bleach.
ask as from like a sustainability standpoint, because I'm a
Yeah,
little green freak.
yeah, absolutely.
Do you have other like more like natural chemicals that you would use for someone like me?
Yeah. So we do have some like biodegradable stuff.
Cool.
Bleach gets a bad rap, but it is non-toxic.
Hmm.
It's just very, very basic.
Yeah.
So, but when you keep bleach under 2%, it's not going to hurt the environment. It's going to be completely safe.
It's good to know.
And if we do have to use, they call it like a hotter mix, like a higher percentage, often on roofs, we'll have a second guy that's watering it down everywhere you go to make sure that it's diluting.
Right.
And we always water the plants around it down, so if it does drip on the plants, it's diluting. We've never had issues, killing people's beautiful gardens.
Right.
We appreciate those too.
Yeah. So that's your biggest job, right? Is pressure washing.
House washes, ground pressure washing, roof cleaning.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then solar, are you cleaning solar panels?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So that's another unique piece of equipment.
Yeah.
The water around here is really hard. It has a ton of minerals and particles in it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you try to clean your windows with the water without, squeegeeing it off, it's going to leave watermarks everywhere.
Right.
Same on the solar panels. If you leave those on there for long enough, if you keep letting them build up, eventually it will actually stain the window or the solar panel.
Yeah.
It'll calcify and you won't be able to get it off.
Yeah.
So we have a deionized water system. So it deionizes the water. And then we have RO, which reverse osmosis with the water.
It's kind of like a Kangen machine.
Conga? No.
It's like a Kangen machine.
What's that?
My sister sells them, but
Is
they're
it
basically
the nice
like
pure water.
Yeah, it's like the most purified water you can get. But
Yeah.
sounds similar.
No, exactly. We fill our water bottles up with it.
Okay.
It's better for you.
Yeah.
Like, it's all that bad stuff out of it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then when you clean the windows or the solar panels with that, when it dries, it leaves nothing behind.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool, man.
And you get special brushes. So like puts just enough force onto the panels without damaging them.
Are you hanging? What's the biggest job? Have you climbed up on any commercial buildings? Or you
No,
focused
man.
on residential stuff?
We've been very residential. I got my first couple restaurants just for windows.
Yeah.
Which has been good. Kind of getting that under the belt. We have been in discussion with some really big jobs, but the way it works, you kind of got to have something to show for it. So we're starting small at these restaurants. And the goal is to kind of get enough accounts where I can have another full-time technician and, eventually climb up. Hopefully we'll be cleaning stadiums someday.
Yeah, man. Freaking, what is it called? Coming down from the rafters and
doing the high rises too. It'd be
Yeah.
awesome. Like Spider-Man up
right.
there.
That's awesome. This is a fun one. Do you have any pet peeves of customers that you work with? Anything that bothers you? Grinds your gears?
Man, I try to be grateful. Like I get to do what I do because of them. But there certainly have been people that I didn't love working with, I guess.
Yeah. You don't have to drop their names or anything.
Oh yeah, Miss blah blah. I'm coming for you. Some people are nitpicky, but I appreciate that too because I think it keeps us sharp and make sure that our standards stay high.
Right. It's all a learning situation.
Yeah, I mean, some people have been ridiculous, but I don't know, man. I can't say customers have been the worst. I'd say the real pet peeves that I've had is like trying to find help.
Yeah.
Yeah, people that I'm learning to figure out who cares and who doesn't.
Yeah.
But I have had some pet peeves of people just not caring.
Not showing up to jobs.
Not showing up to jobs. Yeah. People really just being on the job and not working that hard, not recognizing, not trying to jump on the team and try to build a good good environment for everyone to work and try to feed everybody.
Yeah, it's tough. Our generation is not really known for getting out and using their hands or getting their hands dirty, you know.
True.
Yeah, I have definitely done everything from a handyman standpoint. I'm a one man show, but
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine trying to find someone that like get off your phone,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That's something that could be on me too. Like I don't think I've learned how to be an efficient leader.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Like I got to learn how to inspire people, hold them accountable,
Keep them busy.
keep them busy. So that's a challenge that I'm trying to overcome as well.
Yeah. No, it's all growth, man. One thing we're trying to do with One Book is help obviously independents run and operate their business, but
Yep.
we definitely want to be able to help grow that business as well. So when you
Mhm.
do get a guy, hopefully you can get on One Book
Get
too,
on One
and
Book, man.
you
Yeah.
guys can spread your reach a little bit more.
Yep.
And he can. The one thing I've been telling some companies is they think that they're a little hesitant to get on their employees on the app because what's from them leaving and doing this on their own. But there's not a lot of people that want to be business owners. You know, they just want to
No.
work and make money. And so what I tell them is you could get all of your employees on One Book and basically have each person be more accessible to their network, right?
Absolutely.
So that their family and friends can hire them specifically. And then if they have more flexibility in their hours and who they work with, then
Yeah.
you can hire more people on. So you can expand and scale quicker
Absolutely.
in your business.
And man, I don't really like submit to that mindset too much. Like I think being afraid of people leaving you and starting their own thing, like if you're a business owner, it's easy to understand how much it takes to get to the point where you can have all the equipment,
Mhm.
build the network, eventually. And also hypothetically, like at least in my business, if someone wants to go leave and start their own business, there's plenty of windows to clean.
Yep.
There's plenty of houses to pressure wash.
That's right.
And if actually they believe that they can do that, maybe they'll be more passionate about the job. If
Mhm.
maybe they think, oh, someday after I pay my dues here, I could actually go do something like this as well.
Yep. There'll be a better benefit to society in general.
Yeah, they would be.
Yeah.
And also like just having that ambition might actually make them more efficient when they're helping me out too. So,
Right.
yeah.
And I mean, that's the thing with a lot of people say competition is a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. You know, like you said, there's windows always going to be being washed.
Exactly.
There's going to be a point where you're not going to be able to do it all, so you'll have to refer out. Same
Yeah.
for hypothetically him or her, but
Yep.
but yeah, I truly believe our economy is going to be full-fledged service professionals pretty soon here. You know, because
A lot of jobs are
AI is
Yeah.
taking over the wrong industries or the ones that people didn't anticipate. You know,
Yeah.
and human services are always going to be in need.
So we got
But props to you, man, for getting a business started from a bucket and a squeegee. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. It's good. I'm happy to be doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely didn't go full force into running my own service business. I would do like small handyman jobs on the side.
Yep.
So I had like a drill, you know, but it's awesome learning those stories of someone just like deciding to pick it up and learn on the way.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely from the ground up. I had no loan or anything. And yeah, and I like what you're doing too, because you were talking about how these blue collar service jobs are probably going to be more and more important. And there's definitely like I've noticed a movement away from like that being looked down upon.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause for a while, I think you gotta be a doctor, you gotta be a lawyer, you gotta go get the big corporate job or whatever. But I'm really happy to be a part of how this generation is changing their mindset on like what type of lifestyle, what type of career you're supposed to have. And yeah, I think there's definitely a a lot of us coming together and kind of redefining what the like identity of being like a blue collar individual is.
Absolutely. I mean, money's there. Money is,
Yeah.
people are, especially people living in their homes more, are
Mhm.
going to break more things and like use more things that need to be fixed or cleaned or, and yeah, I mean, plumbing and electric, those two industries are out of control.
Big,
Then you look
man.
at HVAC,
Yeah.
but every service, the thing I'm excited about One Book is obviously to help the main trades, right? Plumbing, electric, HVAC, pest control,
Yep.
locksmiths. But then you have these kind of fun niche services like pet grooming.
Mhm.
Like you want to trust whoever's coming to clean your dog to
Absolutely.
do a good job and to know who they are. There's even like dog poop pickup. My mom hires a guy and he comes every week. He
Dude,
loves his job.
My neighbors need that. I keep stepping in
Dude,
it.
it's an amazing, like he comes for like, 15 minutes
That's smart.
and he can hit so many different houses in, 2 hours out of his morning or whatever it is. But it's so fun. Like once we can empower the main ones and like get the general system working, then people will be able to add new niche services into our economy.
Absolutely.
Like I even
Yeah.
go as far as like mobile printing. Like imagine someone, if you needed you just have a mobile guy in a truck that comes up and prints whatever you need, or mobile laundromat.
There you
Like
go.
someone just throw them your clothes, they wash it for an hour, and
You have them come do your dishes while you're at it, right?
Exactly. I mean, and then
I was at a job the other day and I saw somebody that was like completely refurbishing all their furniture. Like
That's
literally
awesome.
painting it, making it look good, taking care of the leather. I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah,
He had this whole kit. Talked to him for a while. He had a good thing going.
dude, we got to get him on One Book.
Dude, yeah.
What's his name? Do you know?
I forget.
Yeah, I'll look him up. I mean,
I have his card somewhere.
yeah.
So
But everywhere from personal trainers to massage therapists, and then you have everything from, I mean, being local is so important. And
yeah,
what drives me crazy is we have these systems where we can buy a product from across the world.
yeah. It's
But
there
when
the
we
next day.
want to find someone for an emergency,
True.
we lose our shit. It's
Absolutely.
like we have no idea where to go. We call our uncle, we go to Google, whatever it is, and these systems just haven't benefited us. So I'm super excited where we're at.
Me too,
Just-
man. Me too. Yeah, and I think a lot of us in the service industry have been pretty frustrated with the options that we do have, and it's funny. Like they always end up being really good at the beginning, and they know how to capture their audience and cater to it, and then they sell out, and then they have a good thing going, and then eventually they start trying to squeeze dollars out of the little guys, and it's like unfortunate.
Yeah, and they give advantage to the big guys.
Yeah.
It blows my mind. I mean, yeah, it's been the same thing for ever since technology existed. Everybody used to know everybody in their little town. The one plumber,
Yep.
and you had these strong relationships, and then now it's like people want it now. People want you to show up immediately.
And it builds community too.
Yep.
Like when you are focused just on, quick efficiency, whatever you buy from, let's say like Ace Handyman or whatever, like whatever it is. I think you're maybe gaining simply like a little convenience, but I think you're missing out on quality of work and like a chance to build like a sense of community in your
an
your
ongoing
town.
relationship.
Exactly. Yeah, it lasts. You keep checking in with these people whenever they need help, and you get to learn about their life. And not that you're close, but I think that's a big, like, important part about being a human. Just having that connectivity.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the biggest thing I tell people is that obviously we want you to find someone when you need it, right? If you need a new plumber, you need a new electrician, we want to solve that. But
Yeah,
really, we want to solve that relationship issue, because when you know who you want, you should be able to hire them
yes,
and like be able to get on their schedule.
Mhm.
And that even is hard to do,
absolutely.
with everything that pros are dealing with. They're dealing with all these leads that they've paid for that they're trying to close on, trying to compete with everybody else who's bought the same lead.
Yep.
And so
It's tough.
it's yeah, we're in a good spot, man. We're growing steadily, and I'm glad you're on the app. Marshall Donnelly's on the app.
Yeah.
So if you need your pressure water, you're here in St. Pete. What service areas do you service? Mainly just St. Pete?
Yeah, we're focusing on St. Pete right
Cool.
now for advertising sakes. We want to keep it small, be recognized in the smallest area possible before we grow.
Yeah,
But we'll go a little further.
gotcha.
The K truck doesn't do too good on
I can
highways,
imagine.
but
Yeah, just like in the far right lane, like
yeah, just rattling.
you know, in Japan, those trucks they have specific license plates and they can't go on the highway.
Yeah.
So you like have to earn for every car because they have like little almost where you can pedal the cars, you know. But I think that's such a cool system, you know, like it gives you probably better tax breaks, better
efficiency too.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't need something too big, then you don't get something too big.
I wish we had a more of a scooter presence here too.
Oh yeah,
you know,
the Evos and stuff.
Yeah, where we had like a scooter lane, and I don't know.
I think we're doing pretty good though. Like, have you seen those clubs going around town and like the electric longboards and the one wheels?
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff? Yeah, and the e-bikes. It's pretty big around here.
It is. I mean, that's why I love St. Pete too. Is
yeah.
I live right next to the Sunrunner too, so I can hop on that
Sweet.
and come straight downtown.
Nice.
All right, my next fun one.
Yeah, what do you
got? What's the wildest story you've been on the job? I know you've only been in it for a year, but any?
The first thing to come to mind was I had this guy working with me. He was a good guy, real good guy, and we were cleaning windows. We were hustling. He's a good hard worker, and I just hear, "What's going on?" I look over. He's dying laughing in the pool.
That's great.
He starts swimming around.
That's great. That's a good, scary situation. Like, what happened?
Yeah,
maybe you fell through the window, or
nothing too crazy's happened, man. No injuries.
That's good. That's good news.
You know, no like broken. Nothing major has ever broken.
Yeah.
You know, when the van broke down, I had to buy a U-Haul and I was driving that around, like showing up to jobs. Like, I swear I usually have a truck.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Taking the bus to go to jobs.
Yeah.
Pressure washer.
But nothing too nuts.
Yeah. For all the listeners out there, what's the number one hack thing they can do at their home to, help keep you away, I guess?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. If you want to take care to keep me away.
Not necessarily keep you away, but just something that, they can do to.
Yeah, well, this is like a self-fulfilling thing. But one of the good reasons to get your house pressure washed is because it can extend the lifetime of your paint, and it can extend the lifetime of your siding. It can save your property from all sorts of water damage, gutters as well. If you let your gutters keep overflowing, that can cause foundation issues, especially in Florida with the soft ground.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously this is self-fulfilling. Of course, I want you to get pressure washed, but it can in the long run save you from like much more expensive services.
Yeah.
And you can do that yourself. I respect people that like getting out there with their own pressure washer. Doing a do it yourself kind of mindset. Just make sure you do your research, because you can do it the wrong way, but it's not rocket science. So if you want to go do it yourself, do your research, but just make sure you do it.
Yeah,
because it's definitely for the long term.
I think the biggest thing that I gathered from what you said earlier was the hard water versus soft water, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can wash your windows with hard water, but it's probably not going to do it that much good.
And you can do it by hand too. Just go up there with the squeegee and some microfibers. It's not rocket science.
Yeah.
Get a little razor blade when stuff's really stuck to it,
mm-hmm.
but make sure you do it when it's wet, so you're not scratching the window up. That can happen. Um, yeah, yeah. I'm not doing rocket science. I don't like to pretend that my customers couldn't do it, but
It's
you know what? Most of them don't want to.
yeah, it's a
So
time-consuming thing, and if you
yeah,
don't have even a pressure washer, like that makes it that much more efficient.
absolutely. And we have all the tools we need. We've ran into plenty of issues trying to figure out different problems, whether it's getting up high, using the right chemicals. Um, and we've already solved all those problems. So it's simple for us. We can come in, do it well, and get out. But yeah, I do respect when people do it themselves
Yeah,
for sure.
same here. I mean, I'm a weekend warrior, and I simply don't even have time to go out and water the plants
Yeah.
sometimes.
Hey, that's
So
added to the services, right?
that's right. Um,
Gardener.
I was gonna say, you started from the ground up, man. Any advice out there for guys or gals looking to get into a service industry?
Yeah. Um, I'd say you have to open yourself up to people. You have to talk to a lot of people, let them know what you're doing. And you have to really do believe that you are there to help people. And when you do that, eventually you stumble across the people that need your help.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, open up to your the network you already have, open up to new people, and just spread the word and believe in yourself because it's definitely not a given, especially at the beginning, where you don't know if you're going to be able to find a job to pay the
Yeah.
bills. Um, but yeah, I think if you believe in yourself and you really open up to everyone, talk to people, let everyone know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
People are really great, and they'll give you a chance, and when you do a good job, they'll find other people to give you a chance. So
Right. No, I love that, man. I mean, that's what service industry is all about: is helping people
yep,
get shit done. Just be a good person, you know.
yeah, that's it.
That's why I love again the path that I chose for building one book and trying to make it more efficient is with everything with goods, you're buying things.
Yeah,
We're using our money to buy things, and everyone knows that things aren't going to make you happy. I mean, maybe
maybe
some
not.
things, but um, but services really do make your quality of life better. If you
Hmm.
have a cleaner house, if everything's working and functioning properly,
Yep.
your dog is taken care of well,
Yeah.
you're taken care of well. Everybody's life, individually starts to get better, and societally we get to be better too.
Yeah.
And that's why I've been working in this service industry. It's trying to make everybody's benefit the pros so that they can benefit our communities better.
Absolutely. Yeah. It really does boil down to the people. Like we all have our skills, some more impressive than others, but at the end of the day, business is about people.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Um, well, man, if is there anything that we can do better at One Book to benefit your business?
Oh man. Um, no, I really like what you're doing, and I think I haven't honestly used it enough yet to have any constructive feedback. But I like what you're doing, so I'm gonna flip it on you. Is there anything that we could do to help you guys out? Like as far as putting you on our website, advertisement, doing some sort of little discount if you go through one book. I'd love to help you spread the word.
Absolutely, man. I mean, that's just it. Spread the word. If you have any other pros, send them our way, especially that
You,
refurbished guy.
are you more looking for pros right now than
Yeah. Yeah. I
okay.
mean, we want to. So the one thing that we did add recently that I'd love for you to test out is our CRM side. So
Mm.
you do have the ability as a pro to add a customer and then book them into your schedule. So
Ooh,
using our
awesome.
tool, you can basically use the full transaction through us, right? So
Okay.
instead of waiting, that was the thing, was it was all on the front end from the customer perspective where they find you and they book with you.
Mm.
Now you can book them into your schedule,
Sounds helpful.
and then run them through. You can invoice them, get paid, and then get a review, get referred after that. So we want to complete that cycle with your customers, and then the next time they need you, be able to find you easier.
Yeah, man. I think having a industry customized CRM would be very helpful.
Yeah.
Keeping your business organized, making sure everything's online. That's definitely something that has been a weakness of mine. So the right tools, I definitely got to test it out.
Well, try it out, man. Start adding your customers, and the thing that is different from us between anything else is obviously the search and lead generation side. It's free for you, right? You don't have to pay anything for leads.
Yep.
You don't have to pay anything for when they book with you. It's really on the customer's end for the convenience of getting Marshall Donnely to their front doorstep every single time. They're paying your booking deposit, and then service fee on top of that. But yeah, we're just trying to make those steps as consolidated as possible.
Awesome.
Get shit done in a safe, trustworthy way.
Definitely. I like that you guys are kind of like the high end of the Thumbtack Angie's List thing. Like customers that are really looking to find vetted, professional people that isn't just any random guy that can sign up and buy a couple leads.
Right.
And I think people will appreciate that. I definitely know a lot of my target audience is people that taking care of their home seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Like they really do care about having people that, first of all, are people you would want at your house. Like you're inviting them onto your property.
Mm-hmm.
It's your home.
In your home, yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Second of all, obviously doing good work, but third of all, just having a professional experience with them. I think that goes a long way, and I think you guys are kind of building the app in a way where people feel like that's what they're going to get.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people want us. I wouldn't say a lot of people, but a lot of people have tried to go the Angie's List route, Thumbtack route, because it really does make money. Like they're making money off of one lead with 10 different businesses.
Oh yeah.
And only one business actually gets the job. But I mean, but
look at the reputation they have now.
Right. Right. So we're building it slow, but we're building it the right way, and it'll come around here soon.
Yep.
And that's the benefit of it. One of these platforms is the more people that join as pros, the more that customers will benefit. More that customers get on, more these pros will benefit.
Network effect.
Yep. Yep. Viral network effect, baby.
Yep.
But last question.
Cool.
What's your favorite local spot in St. Pete?
Oh man. I can't stay away from Red Mesa.
Red Mesa.
Oh yeah.
Which
For
one?
Food. I go to the not as high end one down by it's on Central, down by that big statue.
Okay. You know
what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what it's called. The sun.
Yeah,
the
big sun thing. You know what I found out?
Oh, it's on the edge. It's like sunrise on the edge or something. Because it's the Edge District.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it's called that.
Yeah.
But I found out on I think it was the equinox. The sun sets right into the middle of it when you look right down Central Ave.
What?
Yeah, I just figured that out randomly.
We're gonna have to check that out.
Like the Native Americans do that too.
I love that.
That was cool.
There's the have you seen the sundial over on the North Shore Park?
I haven't. No.
They have a sundial there, and it's really cool because you stand on the dial.
Yeah.
And you're the time. So
that's
where
cool.
you stand, they
points right at it.
Yeah, you tell which month it is based on how low the sun is.
Yep.
It's super cool.
They've
done a lot of cool stuff like that out here. But yeah, Red Mesa, man. I don't know if I've been to that one. Maybe I have.
It's good.
I've definitely been to this higher end one.
Yeah.
A couple times for birthdays.
Different menu,
stuff, but
surprisingly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They Taco Tuesday?
I don't know, dude. I just get the California burrito. It's delicious.
Oh, yeah?
I can't stay away.
That's awesome, man. I'll definitely check it out sometime.
Yeah.
Well, man, it's been a pleasure. Everybody check out Marshall Donnely on the OneBook Pro app when you need any pressure washing, gutter cleaning, Not dog poo yet, but might add that to it.
Might have to. Yeah.
But thanks for listening, and thanks again, man.
Of course. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Cool.
Good stuff, man.